How's it going, everybody? It is July 11th, Thursday, 2024. Okay, so this video is going to be about 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Not the whole chapter, just verse 1 and verse 2 and verse 3 and I'm not sure after that. I was just curious. I was just curious one day or one night. I forgot when it was. I decided to look up the word destruction in verse 3. It says, in the Amplified Version, it says, for you yourself, when people are saying all is well and secure, and there is peace and safety, then in a moment, unforeseen, destruction, I could have just read it right here, ruin and death will come upon them as suddenly as labor pains come upon a woman with child, and they shall by no means escape, for there will be no escape. I forgot why I wanted to look that up, but I was thinking about it one day, a while back, and I wanted to look it up. But yes, so destruction in verse 3 means ruin and death. So, and then I looked up travail, because in some versions it says travail. So I looked up travail, and it's pain. It says literal, it says either literal or figurative pain. So, let's see, it says, verse 4 says, but you are not given up to the power of darkness, brethren, for that day to overtake you by surprise like a thief. Okay, and the verse before it, it says, for you yourselves know perfectly well that the day of the return of the Lord will come as unexpectedly and suddenly as a thief in the night. Okay, so verse 2 and verse 4 both talk about the Lord coming like a thief in the night. And then in between those two verses are 3 and 4, and it talks about being, whenever they're saying, peace, 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 and safety, 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 and peace and safety, peace and, what's the other word that they use? I forgot. Peace and security. And a lot of people have been saying that lately. Hold on a sec. Got it. Okay, there we go. A lot of people have been saying that lately, that, peace and security, peace and security. So, I'm not sure, because it says, then in a moment, unforeseen destruction, ruin, and death. So, this is talking about the ungodly. It's talking about people who don't believe in God. It's saying that ruin and death will come to them. That whatever they're doing will be ruined, I'm assuming. And, or whatever they're wanting to do will be ruined, and death. And I've noticed here lately that a lot of people have been dying, and I get like updates on my phone and stuff, because I saw one day that somebody had died or something, and so then I checked this YouTube channel, and I think they might be right, because I just saw in my email, in my news, I get news articles in my email that Shelly, I forgot her last name, I'm so sorry, but I forgot her last name. Shelly, she's an actress. She was in The Shining. And what's fun, I was just talking about The Shining to my son Tristan last night, and how Joey from Friends and Rachel from Friends, and Joey talks about how the book started to scare him, so he put the book in the freezer. Because I put my phone in the freezer last night, yesterday, whenever it was, because it had overheated. And it reminded me of Joey putting The Shining in the freezer. And then all of a sudden, the next day, I see in my email, in the news article in my email, that Shelly, oh, what is her last name? I forgot her last name, had died. So evidently, that's true, I guess. Like, I know that some of the deaths might be like, maybe not all of them will be like all over the news or anything like that, but there's been like a lot of people that have died recently that I didn't expect would die. So, I'm not sure if this is what that means, or if it's just meaning ruin, or, and like a lot of people, I have no idea, like, I know people die all the time, but, I don't know, it just seems like a coincidence that, this stuff is coming, so, or happening, but, and ruin will come, and, I haven't really seen a whole lot other than the war, and that isn't going to end anytime soon for Russia and Ukraine, evidently, because I just saw a video, I haven't watched it yet, but Russia is planning on, making more advances towards Ukraine, and, evidently trying to make the war worse or something like that. And there's been alerts that have gone out. Evidently, I saw a video. It just happened to be in my feed, and I decided to subscribe to him. I think it's New York Prepper. He has a red, it's just red and white, and it's a red background with white text, and it says, alert, emergency alert, and it's talking about, the radar for the nuclear weapons have gone off, and, like, they're starting to activate, and, there's, something else, I forgot, something to have to do with missiles, and something or other, and so I've been trying to watch that a little bit, but it's New York Prepper is his name, and it's just NY Prepper, and then it'll be a red background screen with white text, and it's a guy holding a gun, I think. So, in the profile picture. So, Yeah. And let's see, what's the other thing that I think that's it. I watched another one, but I think they're just flight patterns um, for like the airplanes and stuff. I'm not really sure what that has to do with it just yet, but so that's all. I'm not really sure what other kind of destruction or ruin can come. I know there's a lot that can. I know there's been tornadoes. There was a tornado here, well, not here, but there was a tornado in Mount Vernon, which isn't very far away from here. And then there was, I heard there was a tornado in New York, and there's been a lot of tornadoes in a lot of states, and yeah, that's all I know. But there's a lot. There's hurricanes. There's tornadoes. There's something's going on in California. People are leaving California. There might be, I think I was reading about this and I forgot. Let's see if I can find it. And it was saying something about to sink. And there's been a lot of, well, I've only seen one in the past few years, I'll say, about sinkholes. I'm not really sure if these are real or not. But I know that it talks about sinking or something in this, whenever it has to do with the Bible verse. Just give me a second. I might pull it up on my tablet. If I can. Okay, so travail. I brought travail up. And let's see. Travail. First Thessalonians. Travail G3449. Oh wait. Yeah. Painfulness from the base of G3425. Toil. That is by implication sadness, painfulness, travail. And the Greek translation or transliteration is moxos or moxos. Okay, and it's also in 2 Thessalonians 3:8. Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught. I should have drinking about eating bread. But wrought with labor and travail, night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you. And then, and then 2 Corinthians 11:27, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fastings often, in cold and nakedness. So I'm assuming that I don't want to assume because I'm not really supposed to assume, but what if that is what's gonna happen? Because somebody had said something about a famine and something or other, and a lot of things. I keep seeing a whole bunch of things about food. and how our food is just getting destroyed, and they're selling us toxic food, and there's pesticides all over our food. And like, I've known this for a while, but I haven't really said anything about it. But I think it might be time to say something about it. I don't even want to buy meat anymore and eat it. Like, whenever I hear that the meat isn't coming from real animals and it's being processed in a way that isn't good, they're like adding stuff to it and stuff like that, and it's making us, it could be possibly one of the things that's making us tired. It could be one of the things that's making all of our, health issues go on. So I'm not buying any more meat anymore. I think the only thing I bought was chicken breasts, and like, I'm not eating anything other than like tuna or chicken. And I might not even eat tuna after watching a video that's saying that they were pulling stuff out of fishes' mouths and whenever they were catching them, and that's like some kind of toxin or something. And there's some other stuff too that I want to make videos about. It has to do with like God troubling the waters, and I just learned that after all these years, I just learned that there's water above the earth. So if that's new to anybody else, then all in this together. I freaking love that movie. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we're all gonna be going through this together, and so we need to uplift each other, we need to encourage each other, we need to love one another, we need to do all this stuff to help each one of us get through these times, because there's a lot that is going on in the world, a lot. And sometimes whenever you think about it as a whole, it gets overwhelming. And I had to take a break from it for a little while because I was getting overwhelmed. And I'm just now starting to get back into it. It's only been like, I forgot how long, but it hasn't been that long that I've, been starting to, watch the news all the time, or stuff about the news and things like that. And mainly right now it's Trump and Biden and, all the political stuff that's going on, because the election, I think, is this year in November. And, yeah, and that's something else that I want to make another video about. Besides the dream that I had, it's just some stuff that I wanted to talk about, I guess, having to do with Trump and whoever it has to do with the dream I had years and years and years and years and years ago, and I thought, it might be a stretch, but what if that happens? And it also had something to do with the movie National Treasure. Something in National Treasure, I forgot what it was. And I was just like, whoa. And I was like, could that really happen? But I guess with these times, it possibly could. So all that's going to be in the next couple of videos that I'm going to make. So if you like this video, like this content, or like this content, like this video, I always say it backwards for some reason, Maybe I'm supposed to say it backwards. Um, Share it. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think about any of this content that I made. If there's anything that you would suggest, if there's anything you'd like to request. I'm still taking prayer requests. That's another thing. If anybody needs prayer, all you have to do is just either like the video or however you want to do it, or comment just one word if you want, or anything. It doesn't have to be, anything elaborate or anything. And, yeah. And then I'll do some praying as well, and then soaking, yeah, and that kind of stuff, and so we'll do all that, because I was supposed to do that the 6th to the 9th, and I didn't do it. From 9 to 3, 9 at night to 3, but I didn't do it. I forgot all about it, because I've had like a bazillion other things on my mind, so I'm gonna have to do it for the next 4 days. So yeah, 3 days. I guess I could do it for 4 days, but 3 days is, I think, what it's supposed to be. So anyway, that's all I have. That's all I have for you. Don't forget to go out there and rainbow it. Fill the world with love, peace, joy, patience, charity, all of the fruits of the Spirit. Thank you. And everybody have a good night.